How's it going so far?
That was a lot of good headlines.
Still a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct.
Okay, 2 more games.
So
it's going to be like their other, their one from
Next,
2019.
Please take a look at this.
Okay, please tell me it's a Monolith game, please. Oh.
Hello there. I'm AG
guys.
producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Oh, guys.
I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel
to
the
no,
Legend
they're
of
not gonna
Zelda
show it.
Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now.
Yeah.
We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year.
Nice. Hey,
for now,
all good, dude.
we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer.
We're an impatient bunch.
While you're all
here.
waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo
Skyward
Switch.
Sword, guaranteed.
Please take a look.
It's Skyward Sword. It's Skyward Sword, for sure. It's Skyward Sword. Nice. I mean, a lot of people didn't like it. I really liked it. It's one of my favorite Zelda games. I didn't want Zelda to go back to how it was before the motion controls. I wonder if they're going to make it required to have motion controls, or if they're going to have a change to it for this. But yeah, if anyone hasn't played it, I feel like you need to play this game. It really is fantastic. As far as dungeon design, it's probably one of the best. Combat, easily, well, Breath of the Wild made a lot of difference in combat, so I'll say it's top 2 with Breath of the Wild. Skyward Sword HD, there you go.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011
and the music
on the Wii
is
console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold 2 Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword.
Okay, seriously, people, don't just scoff at a motion control game. Hell, you're playing VR games now and you're liking it.
Left hand
Appreciate it, give it a go, and don't just block your mind off to it, because it's really fun. It's fantastic with motion
You can
controls.
perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow.
I am
These
skeptical
physical movements
about
add a sense of urgency and tension to combat.
it really does, but I'm skeptical with
we've
how good the
also
Joy-Cons
made it
will do.
possible to
But
play the game with button controls to
There you
ensure
go,
it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system.
man, see,
After
I just
mulling
hope people
over how
don't
to
just
assign different
do that,
gameplay
though.
elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
Yeah, makes sense. Yep. That just, again, guys, it just won't be as fun if you do it like
Tilt
that.
the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. To swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally, just tilt the stick in the respective direction.
I hope they increase the difficulty if they do
Here's
that.
something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers.
Oh, those look great.
The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a
just listen to
Hylian
that
shield
music,
motif.
guys.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda.
July.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th.
Man. Yeah, if
Following
you guys
the
haven't
Nintendo
played Skyward
Direct,
Sword,
you'll be able to pre-order
definitely
the game on
give it a
Nintendo
go and
eShop.
don't just block your mind
And the
out.
specially designed Joy-Con
Appreciate the
controllers
differences.
will launch on the game's
and,
release date at your
and hey,
local
if you
retailers.
didn't like Breath of the
Many
Wild
of you
because
may
of
already know
the
this,
lack
but
of
The Legend of Zelda Skyward
traditional
Sword was the
dungeons,
last
this
original
has some of
console
the best
game
in the
prior to
series.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or ran. Even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well.
Yes, please. That is the only disappointing thing, is the
Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
open world, you know, quote unquote open world. at around
Well,
Skyloft.
what did you think?
That's really cool.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick. Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today.
What do we got?
Please take a look at this.
Is this Bayonetta 3?